Hi everyone. I thought I'd put together this tutorial to help out anyone that has maybe lost their job or they're in a difficult place right now. And I wanted to put this tutorial together to maybe help you out, regardless of your experience levels or where you're at right now. I think this could be really helpful for you. I think there are plenty of opportunities to help out, and now is the best time to have this abundance mindset, which is to foster your creativity and give out as many ideas as possible because this is going to work well. It's going to build your network, it's going to connect you with new opportunities. It might not happen overnight, but this has been helpful. It's been helpful for me to connect with new opportunities. So I'm going to share some tips, and then I'm also going to share a script that I use, but ideally you change it up, you personalize it. It's really not a script. It's very personalized. Right now I'm on this page. It's a startup database of recently funded startups. These are all companies that have received recent funding deals, acquisition deals, and whatnot. So these are companies on the cutting edge of a number of different industries, different technologies, and whatnot. So this is a good place to start. I mean, there are over 540 companies, lots of opportunities here. This spreadsheet has a link to every single website. So you're not going to apply to jobs as you typically would. There might be a job application available, but instead you're going to go to their website and you're going to do an analysis of a number of different components. And I'll go over those components, but angel.co is a good place to find new opportunities. A lot of these businesses need help. They are looking to grow. They have the cash to hire people, and likely things that are happening in terms of recession and whatnot do not apply to these companies because some of them are tech based. So again, you could come in and help them out. I'll go over how you're going to help them out, but this is one place that I would recommend bookmarking, and I think you can see the link. But angel.co, you can sort by recently funded companies. So that's one piece. Now, I've also created a bookmarked folder, and it's called the clients folder. And this is where you could also get opportunities. So I've bookmarked some social media communities. A good one is Reddit. Now, for me, I focus on marketing. So I have a bunch of bookmarks related to marketers. A lot of that's for my learning. And then I also have an entrepreneur community. I have a startups community. There's a writing community. And there's a ask marketing community. So a lot of business owners go on to these communities and they ask questions and they need help. They need help to grow, or they need help with a number of different things. Could be social media, could just be online advertising. So for a marketer, it works really well. There's really communities for everything. So Reddit's a good one. Facebook groups. There's so many different marketing groups and entrepreneur groups. So it works out well. But you could be in any particular industry and do a search and find all of these people who have questions. And that's really important. Next one is Craigslist. This is a common one. So lots of job postings here. You've got, yeah, I'm in Vancouver, but I also look at the big cities in the US because there are much more qualified opportunities in these places. Boston, Los Angeles. Actually, Austin, Texas is a really good hub for tech companies. And you have New York, Seattle, San Francisco Bay Area, Portland. These are just a few of them. So I have these all bookmarked by city because location really doesn't matter when it comes to remote work. So you can pretty much lock these down. And again, we're not actually going to be sending a job application, okay? We're going to do unconventional things with all of these different links. Things that will hopefully make you stand out, because that's the goal. I don't want you competing with thousands of other people for a job. I'm looking at maybe creating or crafting or carving out a job that didn't exist for you. Another one is we work remotely. We'll just go to this. I like this. This is a really neat website. So there are jobs everywhere, customer support jobs. There are a lot of customer support jobs right now, programming jobs. Yeah, pretty much any industry you can think of, it all exists here. So these are new jobs that are opening. So these are companies that are looking to grow. If they weren't looking to grow, they wouldn't be hiring. So they're design jobs. It's just never ending. There's just so many opportunities. And these are all remote. Okay, this website's really amazing because it's all remote jobs. I'm not affiliated in any way with them, but I've come across them. A lot of research, copywriting jobs. So plenty of opportunities. Now, there is a stat though. So for every opening in this page, there's about 500 to 1,000 job applications. So your likelihood of success of getting that job is highly unlikely if you go through the system of applying to the job. You need to look at the hidden market. I want to go back because I added a few others here. So we work remotely, the one I just showed you. Indeed is a common one. Quora is more for answering questions. So you could answer questions related to maybe an industry that you know. This is going to take a little bit longer though. Quora is not so cut and dry. And the AngelList one that I talked about. Oh, and LinkedIn, of course, because I mean, that would be one of the most common ones. This is essentially your folder for leads. This is a folder that you can work on every single morning. When new opportunities come up, you can work out of this folder to find what we would call leads, essentially. Leads, and at the end of this, you're trying to get like a job. You're trying to get a client. You're trying to get something, some sort of opportunity. Because if you were in an industry that was face-to-face or brick and mortar, well, you might not be lucky anymore. So this is an interesting way. Okay, I want to go through the script. Okay, so you have all of these links. What are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with the jobs that are showing up? Well, we're going to work on business outreach here. And the whole focus is abundance mindset. Right now, everyone's thinking scarcity mindset. And the way to stand out is by being abundant in terms of your ideas and what you share and what you give to others. So I would recommend in these links finding out an email address, finding out some sort of way to connect with the decision maker. And you're going to send out a very, very personalized message to every single one of these emails. And you're not doing a bulk email send, okay? We're not doing that. And we are not doing any templated things. You're literally going to adjust this and tweak it for every single email. Does it take a while? Yes. But better to send out 5 quality emails in a day than 200 non-personalized ones that get lost in the feed. So here it is. Hi there. Noticed you're posting for XYZ, so whatever the job title is. Thought I'd share a few ideas to help your team out. And then you're going to list these ideas. Hope these ideas help, and then your name. And then that's it. Don't add any links. Don't add anything that could possibly sell some sort of a course that you might have. Like, don't add any links. You're literally just giving them advice, and you're leaving it at that. And you're probably wondering, well, how do I come up with 5, 10, 15 ideas to send them over? Well, you can look on their website. Now, if their website isn't showing, which is common on the Craigslist forums, it's very common through Craigslist to not actually see a website. Well, then you probably should ignore that particular posting anyways. You should be able to go to their website. You should be able to go to their social media pages. You should be able to check out their email newsletter. You should be able to check out their blog posts. You should be able to check out any news related to public relations online, meaning do a Google search. And then go to the tab that says news and search for the brand, and there should be information on them. So you're doing research for the business to find out what they're all about. And by doing this research, along the way, you're going to notice flaws. You're going to notice problems. You're going to notice things that you could fix or things that they could fix. And you're going to tell them what they can fix. And you're not going to give them a bad time about it. You're just going to say, hey, I noticed this was broken and here's how to fix it. You're actually going to give them the solution as well. Yes, you're going to give them the solution. You're not going to hide it. You're not going to try to get an email response by saying, well, I could do X, Y, and Z for you, but you need to do a chat with me next week. No, we're not going to do any of that. You're literally just going to give them everything. And you're not actually going to ask for a call to action. You're going to move on to the next person, and then the next person, and then the next person. And if you've got plenty of time in the day, which you should, if this is applying to you, then you should be able to be reaching out to plenty of people to the point where eventually you will get noticed. Now, no one else is sending these emails out. Why? A lot of people are sending out emails related to services they're trying to land. They're trying to land clients. They're not really interested in landing a connection, which is what you're really doing here. You're just trying to land a connection. Because if you're giving out these helpful ideas, someone will notice you and they will appreciate what you're doing. And this isn't really what the end goal is, but you'll end up just guilting them into doing something with you. Now, it doesn't sound ideal, but that's just the way it is. If you give as much advice as possible, things will work out. It just is karma that way. But right now, there is a lot of commotion. So to cut through the noise, to cut through all the other job applications, you need to be creative. And this is a good way to be creative. Share as many ideas as you can, become an idea machine, and give as much as you can. And your goal should not be to land a particular client, because that will come in due time. The important thing is that you focus on a quality idea, okay? If you're trying to make up things out of thin air, that's not going to be helpful, but actually look at ways to improve things. So for the website, for instance, you might go to the landing page and notice there's a spelling error. Well, you could mention that. Another thing is maybe it's loading quite slowly. Well, one way to fix the website speed is to optimize the images. Maybe their content, they could add something additional. Be careful about throwing too much their way, okay? Social media pages, well, maybe they're not putting out enough content. Well, you could suggest to them a series, like a broadcast series that they could do that's really simple to do, like a word of the day thing or news of the day, and they could have that on repeat day after day after day. Okay. For the email newsletter, you might have to sign up for it to take a look at it, but check out their email newsletter, see if the content is valuable, see if it makes sense, if it's aligned with the business, or maybe you can add additional information to it and tell them any ideas you can come up with from the email newsletter. Ideally, it's a business that you care about, and that way it's easier for you to send this information. For blog posts, see what kind of articles they're doing. And Another idea in terms of more blog posts would be like listicles, how-tos, things that are trending in their industry. They could put those blog posts out there. And then for PR news, what's being talked about with the business and what could be talked about going forward. What are they doing that's different and that stands out? Well, share that and see if that resonates with them. So you're literally just giving out ideas and you're not directly asking for a position, but by doing this, it might get you ahead of the crowd and it might get you in front of the decision maker, which is really what you're trying to do. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I'll wrap this up. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.